Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Monday, October 28. Brooke demands answers over scandalous Hope and Carter discovery. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B spoilers for Monday, October 28, reveal that Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, will struggle to process the shocking sight she just walked in on. Passion erupted in the design office, but Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, weren't able to lock the door before Brooke found them together. Now that Brooke has seen Carter shirtless with unbuttoned Hope, she knows exactly what they were about to do on that desk. Of course, Brooke will still have plenty of questions about the nature of Hope's relationship with Carter and how long they've been out of the friend zone. Hope may admit this is a very new development and that this was actually the first time they were about to take things to that passionate level. B&B spoilers say Brooke will reel over her scandalous discovery and perhaps point out that anybody could have walked in there. It would have been disastrous if it had been Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Massinswood, who entered instead, so Brooke may warn Hope and Carter that they can't be sneaking around at the office like this. If Carter wants anyone to take his defense of Hope for the future seriously, Brooke may insist he needs to keep this sizzling shocker under wraps. Brooke may also scold Hope for having yet another controversial romance that could mess things up for her. However, Hope may speak with Brooke privately about how Carter pursued her and argue that he just might be the one-woman man she's looking for. Part of Brooke might see the potential for Hope and Carter to be happy together, so she could wind up torn. That said, Brooke would no doubt prefer for Hope to reunite with Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and repair their family with Beth Spencer, Jordan Gracie. Considering everything that's happening at Forrester Creations, Brooke may make a prediction about Carter and Hope's budding relationship ending in disaster if they're not careful. As for Liam, he may be running out of time when it comes to stepping up his game to win Hope back. Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, is rooting for Liam to get the reunion he's chasing, but he's also worried about another guy swooping in first. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Liam will get updates on some surprising news once Hope and Carter's romance inevitably leaks, so stay tuned to see when that curveball will come. In the luxurious world of the Bold and the Beautiful, secrets simmer beneath the surface, poised to explode. Monday, October 28, brings a storm to Forrester Creations as Brooke Logan confronts a scandal she never saw coming, shaking her to the core. The unlikely duo, Hope and Carter's surprising connection. The sun barely crests over the city's skyline when the first hints of a scandal reach Brooke's ears. Hope Logan and Carter Walton, two figures she'd never imagined in the same breath, have been linked in a way that stuns everyone at Forrester Creations. Brooke, fresh from her morning meditation and still reeling from the latest drama between her and Ridge, hears whispers that a meeting between Hope and Carter may not have been as innocent as she'd like to believe. As she strides through the hallways of Forrester Creations, the murmurs grow louder, steely-eyed and armed with years of experience unraveling the truth. Brooke knows she needs to get to the bottom of this unexpected and very scandalous connection between her daughter and Carter. Brooke's confrontation with Hope. Hope senses her mother's tension the second she walks into her office. Brooke's eyes flicker with disappointment and a brewing anger that Hope hasn't seen in years. Before Hope can even open her mouth to greet her, Brooke wastes no time. "Hope, what on earth is going on between you and Carter?" Brooke's voice is cold and demanding, her arms crossed in a way that leaves no room for pretense. She's all business, the fierce mother lion protecting her territory, and her daughter. Hope, taken aback, stammers, "Mom, it's not what you think." Her attempt at defense sounds weak even to her own ears. "Then tell me what it is," Brooke snaps, unwilling to be swayed by vague denials. "The people around here are whispering, Hope, and you're involved with Carter in some way that doesn't make any sense." What did you do? Hope's eyes flick downward. She wants to trust her mother, to let her in, but this secret is far more complicated than it seems. She bites her lip, her heart pounding as she weighs how much to reveal. Carter and we just had to discuss some things privately, that's all, she says, but the tremble in her voice betrays her. Brooke isn't buying it. Carter's dilemma: loyalty, love, or duty? Meanwhile, down the hallway, Carter is pacing in his office, his mind reeling. He knew this moment would come eventually, but he hadn't expected it to be this soon or to blow up this dramatically. His relationship with Hope, whatever one might call it, is layered, delicate, and fraught with consequences. Carter, a man known for his integrity, never intended for things to get this complicated. When Brooke storms into his office minutes later, he's ready, or at least he thinks he is. Carter. Brooke's tone is biting, each word sharp as a knife. What exactly have you been doing with my daughter? Carter takes a deep breath, determined not to let Brooke bulldoze him. Brooke, I understand your concern, but this isn't as scandalous as it may look. She scoffs, her blue eyes narrowing. That's easy for you to say when you're the one with a spotless reputation. But Hope is my daughter, and I will not let anyone, even you, drag her into a mess she can't get out of. Carter sighs. Brooke, I care about Hope, but not in the way you think. She came to me for help. With her and Liam having, well, you know their situation. She needed someone to talk to, and I was there for her. Brooke's gaze softens slightly at this, though suspicion still lingers in her eyes. Why didn't she come to me then? Carter hesitates, weighing his next words carefully. Because she felt trapped, Brooke, and sometimes it's easier to confide in someone who isn't family. He knows the truth behind his words cuts deep, but he's willing to let Brooke think it's about Hope's marital struggles rather than the real, forbidden feelings that have slowly started to emerge between him and Hope. Ridge steps in, adding fuel to the fire. Just as Brooke is about to press Carter further, Ridge enters. His timing, as always, is either impeccable or disastrously inconvenient. Ridge has his suspicions too, and seeing Brooke and Carter locked in a heated exchange sends his protective instincts into overdrive. What's going on here? He demands, his gaze flicking from Brooke to Carter. Why are you interrogating him, Brooke? Brooke turns to him, her voice filled with frustration. Ask him, Ridge. Our daughter has been sneaking around with him, and he has the nerve to call it innocent. Ridge raises an eyebrow, fixing Carter with a hard stare. Is that true? Carter stands his ground, trying to hold onto whatever remains of his dignity. I was there for Hope, Ridge, nothing more. You know me well enough to know I'd never cross a line. Brooke lets out a bitter laugh. Well, apparently none of us really know each other as well as we think we do. Hope's truth. A heart-wrenching confession. Before the tension can escalate any further, Hope appears in the doorway. Her expression is a mixture of guilt, defiance, and a fierce desire to protect Carter from her mother's wrath. Mom, Ridge, Carter didn't do anything wrong. Her voice trembles, but she stands firm, her gaze locked on her mother's. This is on me. I went to Carter because I felt like he could understand me in a way that no one else does. Brooke's face softens, but her confusion remains. Why, Hope? Why couldn't you just come to us? Hope takes a deep breath, knowing she can't dance around the truth any longer. Because I feel like I'm losing myself. My life with Liam, the expectations, trying to be everything for everyone else. It's overwhelming. Carter he just listened, that's all. The vulnerability in Hope's voice silences the room. Brooke and Ridge share a glance, each processing her words, realizing the weight of their daughter's struggles. The accusation fades, replaced by a sorrowful understanding of the pressure she's been under. A mother's compassion, and a father's warning. Brooke reaches out, pulling Hope into a tight hug, as if to shield her from the world that's been pulling her apart. She whispers soothing words, her anger fading into concern. But Ridge, always more reserved, steps closer to Carter, his voice low. "Thank you for helping Hope," he says, though there's an unmistakable edge to his tone. "But know this, Carter, my family is off limits for anything beyond friendship." Carter nods, accepting the unspoken warning. Ridge's words linger in the air, a reminder of the delicate line he's treading. He knows that any step forward with Hope will come with consequences that may not only shatter his career, but potentially divide Forrester Creations. Moving forward, a tenuous peace. As the dust begins to settle, Brooke pulls herself together. She can see that Hope and Carter's connection is more about solace than scandal, at least for now. Yet a part of her remains uneasy. She knows the risks of relying on someone outside the family, especially for matters of the heart. Hope's journey, it seems, has only just begun. When Monday's sun sets, Forrester Creations returns to an uneasy calm, but the ripple effect of Hope and Carter's discovery leaves everyone on edge. The future promises twists none of them are prepared for, as trust, loyalty, and buried desires collide.